Hello and welcome to Crafty Lid's Java Programming. This episode we're going to continue with our same class from the last one, our video class. We're going to talk about what they call, I think it's encapsulation. It's a bit about privacy. Basically what things can see what. It's a bit strange. Now as a general rule, they tell you to keep. We have three things. Well, let's just write them. So you have three: private, and I'm sure I got out, public, and protected. If I can spell it right. I'm not going to get an error there. You have these three things, and as you see, we use public already in the constructor. The constructor has to be public because you have to be able to call it. Anything public can be seen by everything else. Simple as that. It's open to the public, you know, like a pub. Open to the public, but anything private, we'll talk about these two first. Anything private is only the class can see it. It's only related to this class. Okay, now protected is the other thing, is only things in this. They see this thing to the left, this package, for example. If I did another package, for example, new package, I'm going to call it dot. Well, let's say we're going to do a GUI for it. Maybe we will later. Anything outside of this package cannot see it, but anything inside this package can. Okay, now I'm not too sure. I haven't used this much because I think that's for a lot of you know, more advanced programming, which is what I'm not onto yet, so I don't worry about it. So the idea, and they say it's good to put everything private. Okay, so we're going to stick everything private. And put on, why am I not copying and pasting this? This is just stupid. Okay. So in this one, everything's private. Only this class can see this. Which is why in the last class I did this. Okay, it's a good way to explain this. Do it first, then you see, because for example, if only this class can see it, how am I supposed to, if I'm starting to write in here, how can I set things? Because this is a different class, really. It's your main class. Let's save that. So there, and you see a lot of errors because when you put things in private, and if you want to access them, there's a special way. And we'll have a look at that because it's not too difficult. In fact, the program itself, this Eclipse, does it very easily for you, but we'll look at that. So when you make a thing variable private, only this class can see it. When you make it public, which is what most people do, I think, you know, just because of laziness, and unless it's a real secure thing, you know, you're doing. But for a hobbyist like me, probably not too bothered about the private. But it is useful for some things. So if it's gone away, that little thing, so everyone can see it. So if I wanted to write, I think, see, it's got my URL there, and I can see it here. Equals, and if I do that, let's see if it, I can put it. I can actually just write something in here. It doesn't matter. Okay, but if I wanted to say video title and try and or even spelling it, video title, and spelling it correctly will help you enormously. It kind of does it. It just causes an error because it's private. You can't see it. Utterly invisible to. So yeah, it just doesn't do anything. And that's how you vary it, change the things. Now I'm going to put this back to private. Okay, so it's, and save that. Keep saving these. Always save these. So we also can make methods which are private. Private, for example, let's private. What can a stupid little method we do? Private add minutes. Add minutes and seconds. I can spell it. Stupid thing. So we're going to take this int minutes, and we're going to put a parameter int seconds. Okay. And we're going to do this as an int method. So we're going to return something. Return. Okay. So we just want, for example, say we want public total time, for example. Now, what we want to do, total time in seconds. Let's see. Okay, so what we want to do is we have to take the minutes and we have to times that by 60, so let's do it this way. So total I think we'll do return total, which equals would be minutes times 60. No, I mean, yeah, times 60, because 60 seconds in a minute. And I'm getting the feeling we'll create a local variant over there. Seems to want it. And why is that giving me an error? Oh, stupid me. That's why. So 60 times seconds. See, I make mistakes, but I don't care. Mistakes are good. It helps you realize what you're doing wrong. You can't go through life saying, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. Plus seconds. Okay. Now I can say this is equal to, no, let's go to here in our public video, and total time in seconds equals, now add, so yes, minutes is good, seconds is good, and we've added that there. Right, now have you seen how this has gone? Because this is what I explained. Really, you can do this total time in seconds. And this is how you see that how this function works. Yeah, this thing, because this is referring to this method here. So when you do a method, it doesn't have to put this, because it automatically does it. This is it doing it automatically. But when you want to connect something to something else, it's better, because you can't put URL equals URL, because the thing, you have to put this URL equals URL, and that's how we do it. So what we've done is we've made a private little thing, and we're gonna sys out, and we're gonna say the video is, and we're gonna put total time in seconds plus, if you remember how to do that, seconds long. Seconds, that's not how you spell seconds. You know, we have to put a plus here as well. This is what you call a funny word, I can't even say it, concatenation, adding things together, whatever it's called. Full stop. So when I do this and print it out, oh, it's 14th. There we go. Whoa, hey. So we've used a private, and this will only add. This is only valid inside this class. So it hasn't got anything to do with any other class, because we only want this time in total time in seconds of this video, and no other video, no other thing. So it's pointless to do it in another class. Let's just put that in, because we forgot. That's why we didn't return. What's he doing that for? Let's just stick it at that. Seems to make it happy. So it says remove. You have say if I say remove. Oh, you don't need to. Oh, you see, now I've learned something there, and that's by making a mistake. So I've learned that you don't have to actually give it a variable name. You just return what you want. That's good. See, you learn something every day. And this is why it's good to mess around. Reading books is good, but when you mess around and do it, I say messing around. This is what I mean by learning by doing. When you learn it and do mistakes, sometimes you learn something from these mistakes. And look what I've learned today. Isn't that great? You see, and I'm happy, and I've learned that on camera, which is not very common. So this is why we use this private and public. Now we're going to go on a bit about what do you call it? Let's think. Yes, we're gonna, in the next video, we're going to look at something very connected to these, and they're very useful. It's how you access these and you change these. So when we do that, we're gonna be continuing with this, but we're going to be finding the ways to manipulate these things, these private variables. Okay, so I hope you get something out of this. I did. I got a lot. I learned something. And I encourage you to just do it. You know, reading a lot of theory is good, but once you don't put it into practice, it's just pointless, and that's half the problem. This is why this learning by doing is very good, which is why making mistakes. If you make mistakes, you find out why, and you find out what the possible result is. When you've got a program like Eclipse, it helps you a lot, you see, because it's designed to help you with errors, and find if it sees an error, you're doing something wrong probably. So look into it and see how you can change it. Okay, so hope you got something out of it. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.